This has been the most requested guide from you guys, the Wealth Tribe. Finally, on 1st August 2023, the CBK launched the digital DhowCSD investment platform for government securities. And by government securities, I mean treasury bills and treasury bonds. This means you can finally open your CDS account, and now it's actually known as CSD. And CSD stands for Central Securities Depository. So you can now open your Central Securities Depository account online. No more queues, no need to appear in person at the Central Bank of Kenya, whether you're a Kenyan living in diaspora or you're a Kenyan living in Kenya. No more need to appear physically at CBK, no filling forms, no queuing. So let's start with what is the DhowCSD? The Central Bank of Kenya, DhowCSD, is a new central securities depository that offers a simple, efficient, and secure portal by the Central Bank of Kenya. It enables the public, and the public is literally you and I, to invest in the government of Kenya securities, treasury bills, and treasury bonds. This platform is awesome in that it has many more functionalities than what we had access to before. So for example, you can open your CDS account online, you can place bids for government securities, that is treasury bills and treasury bonds, and it also allows you to invest in both the primary and secondary markets. So you can even place a bid, and later on, if you feel like you do no longer want to invest, you can cancel your bid. So this platform is awesome in that it has so many other functionalities. The services offered on this platform are free. And in today's guide is about how to sign up on the DhowCSD for those of you who do not have an account yet. I will do this for both Kenyans in Kenya and Kenyans living in the diaspora. Because this platform has so many functionalities, I will do these guides in bits, right? So for example, next week's guide will be about how to sign up if you're already an existing treasury bills and treasury bonds investor. Before we get started, give this video a like so that YouTube can distribute it to more people, and also let me know if you've already signed up or if you're already an existing investor, which questions do you have about this platform. So let's get started. After you've downloaded the app, you click create account, and then you enter your email address, let's say xxx@john@gmail.com. Today we'll assume that I am John. You enter your email address, your official email address, you enter your username, let's use John28, and then you create a password. Of course, this is on you, you decide which password, and then after that click accept legal terms, and then click start registration. After that, the portal will automatically take you to page 2, and this is the bit where you guys have been asking questions about the user type. So on the bit about user type, you will click physical person. You'll choose the physical person option. Yes, you see there's legal identity, signatory, but as an individual, click legal person. Then after that, enter your name, again John, let's say we call John Wanderi. Of course here you're writing your names, not the ones that you're seeing on my screen. Last name, let's give our person Kagio, the last name Kagio. The other bit you guys have been struggling with is this bit about economic sector. So for economic sector, click household individuals. Then after that, you click your gender. So this person is male. After that, we click the date of birth. So as you can see, date of birth, you have to write your real date of birth. The identifier, you choose which identifier you want to use. For most people, you'll use your national ID. Choose what works for you. Then identifier number. So you write your, in this case, this person would need to write your ID number. And then after that, if you're a resident, if you're a Kenyan living in Kenya, so you'll click the resident option, and then so you'll pick that you're in, your country is Kenya, nationality is Kenyan. Yes, let's do this. Kenya is down. Yes, you pick nationality, Kenyan, and then your occupation, that's on you. So in this case, I chose accounts manager. So write your occupation, type your KRA PIN. Of course, this is unique to you. So we are going to use this for John. After that, you click you input your next of kin. This is optional. You can always do this later. You can decide to do it now when you're signing up, but at the same time you can always do it later. But for today we are going to do it. Then so let's say our next of kin is Great Wanjiko, and we write next of kin's contact number. Please write the correct information, not what I'm typing on the screen. If you are exempted from tax, there are people who are exempted from tax for various reasons. You'll click tax exemption, and then of course you have to indicate tax exemption expiry date. Then after that, so that's if you're a resident. If you're a non-resident, then you click the non-resident button. So you see I've clicked non-resident, so there you then need to indicate your citizenship and your country of residence, which is what I'm doing now. I scrolled. Yeah. So you see, for example, currently I live in the United Arab Emirates. So that's why I used United Arab Emirates as the country of residence. After that, you have an opportunity to select an NSE broker. Why is this useful? A broker, remember that a broker only helps you to access the secondary market to sell your security before maturity. So if you invested in a treasury bond and you do not want to hold it up to maturity, that's why you need a broker. But if you plan to hold your treasury bond to maturity, and by maturity is it a 10-year bond, is it a 5-year bond? If you plan to hold it, which is what I advise, up to maturity, you don't need a broker. So literally you can skip this step. It's not a must because it's been confusing so many of you. And of course, if you eventually decide to sell your security, you can pick a broker then. That means this is something you can do later. After that, we go to the next page. If you have any additional details you'd like to add, you can always do that here. If you have any other special details, you can always do that here. And then at the same time, after that, you click next. So for that example, I picked a broker at random. As I said, it's optional. The next page, you write your contact number. So the reason why for me it's picking United Arab Emirates is because as I'm doing this video, that is where I'm residing at. Yeah, that's where I'm residing at the moment. But you see all countries are in this drop down. So click where residing. If it's in Kenya, write your mobile number, your Kenyan mobile number. And then after that, you click the country. So we are going to change this to Kenya. If you're a Kenyan living in Kenya, literally it depends. If you're in the United Arab Emirates, if you're in the US, if you're in the UK, pick US and write your primary number, the number where you can be reached at. Then after that, we write our other details. State, which is optional. Again, city, it is optional, but we're going to go with Nairobi. Postal code, again, it's optional, but we'll write 00100. Of course, I will insist, use your own details. Don't type what I'm typing on the screen. This is for just this is just a guide. Street also optional. I just wrote randomly Tomboya, and then number optional. And then after that, you can write an additional number. So for example, if you're a Kenyan living in diaspora like me, you can write your home number, which is what you use for M-Pesa and all those things. And then also you can indicate the number in the country you're in. After that, we go to settlement details. This is where you indicate your bank account, where if you invest in a bond or in a treasury bill, after it has matured, or after it's time to receive your principal amount that you invested, where will CBK send that money to? So that's why we are writing, you're indicating our bank account numbers. So you pick, if you're an individual, if it's an individual account, you pick individual account. If it's a joint, you pick joint, you click the joint button. So we write investor, bank account number, you pick, and then after that, you pick investor settlement account title. That is your account name. So if it was my account, I would write Agatha Wanjiro. But I'd forgotten that in this case, I'm John. So we'll stick with John Wanderi. So John would write John Wanderi. And then you click the drop-down menu to choose your local bank. Yes. So in this case, I chose the Cooperative Bank of Kenya. Then you hit next. You click next. And then it takes us to the next page. This is where you upload your documents. So before you start this application process, make sure you've prepared these documents. That is your photo. So I'm going to choose random photos from my gallery, but you know what you needed to do. You're supposed to pick your photo, ID, front and back side of your ID, your KRA pin, and if you're exempted from tax, you're supposed to upload those documents. So I'm just going to open my photo library and pick random, very random files. And then for all of them, because this is just for a guide explanation purposes, as you can see, I like traveling, so that's the photo that I chose. You upload your KRA PIN. That I'm not exempted from tax, so but if you are, you'd do the same thing. As you can see, it's easy. It's working. And then after that, you click next. Then email validation. So CBK will send an email with a validation code. It's like a PIN number to your email. So in this case, that email was sent to xxs@john@gmail.com. Yes. So that is it's like a PIN. So this is going to be unique to you. So at this stage, you need to go back to your email and check. You need to go back to your email and check which code was sent by the Central Bank of Kenya. Once after this, and then you will click verify. After you return the code, you will click verify. So once the request is approved by your client's settlement bank, the bank approves that you actually bank with them, you'll receive an email notification. Of course, I can't show you this because I don't have that code. This will be a unique code that you receive in your email. And then after that, after you receive an email, you as an investor, you log in into your CSD account in this portal, investor portal, using your email and the password that you set. And then you'll go to your dashboard, and you should be able to go to your dashboard and click my account information or settings to customize your dashboard. Remember, this registration process must be completed within 7 days, or else your profile will be auto-deleted. If your profile is deleted, you have to start the process all over again. You don't want to do that. It's better to do it once and forget it. Do you have any questions about this process? Are you stuck? How can I help? Please leave all your comments in the comment section. Bye-bye.